In the distant reaches of the galaxy, beyond the settled star systems, the Tikarn Empire had reigned supreme for millennia. They had obliterated countless civilizations, their fleets vast and their technology unparalleled. Their latest conquest was the Sol system, the home of a primitive species known as humans. But the Tikarn, arrogantly dismissive of the human race, had no idea that the seeds of their downfall had already been planted in the deep space. Humanity, long after they had spread across the stars, had encountered alien species that laughed at their technology. Their ships, relics of a bygone era, were no match for the advanced fleets of the galactic powers. Yet they remained persistent. The human race, unyielding, had refused to bow to the might of their alien overlords, choosing instead to build and improve in the shadows. The Tikarn, for their part, were content in their superiority. When they received intelligence about the Relic fleet, they chuckled in disbelief. It was said to be composed of outdated human warships, ancient relics, remnants from a time long past. What could these old machines possibly do against the mighty Tikarn armada? Their fleets are nothing more than museum pieces. Commander Zalrath of the Tikarn laughed as he scanned the fleet's signals. Let them come. We will crush them beneath the heel of the Empire. But they were wrong. The human fleet, known only as the Relic fleet, had remained hidden in the dark corners of space for years, its true power and potential underestimated by every alien race that encountered it. These ships were old, yes, but their design was unique, a product of human ingenuity and unyielding spirit. No alien race, not even the Tikarn, could fully understand what they had overlooked. Commander Zalrath and his officers watched in amusement as the human warships, nothing more than blips on their scanners, slowly emerged from the depths of the uncharted nebula. The Tikarn ships, sleek and terrifying, dwarfed the human vessels in both size and firepower. It seemed like an absurd mismatch, and for a moment, the Tikarn commanders smirked at the sight. Then something unexpected happened. The human warships roared to life. The first of the relics, a massive dreadnought named USS Resilience, powered up its ancient engines, sending shockwaves through space. The old warship, its hull scarred from years of disuse, seemed to shake off the rust of time as its guns flared with an intensity that the Tikarn hadn't anticipated. A barrage of plasma rounds tore through the void, slamming into the first Tikarn ship with devastating force. "Impossible!" shouted Zalrath as his sensors screamed warnings. The shields of his fleet began to buckle under the unexpected assault. The human ships, though seemingly outdated, had been retrofitted with advanced human technology, hacked together over decades, relying on a genius for resourcefulness and a fierce will to survive. The Resilience was powered by quantum fusion engines, the output of which could now exceed anything the Tikarn had ever witnessed. The ancient warships, seemingly obsolete, had become the perfect fusion of old and new, a deadly combination that the Tikarn could neither predict nor counter. "You laugh at us," the voice of Admiral Karen Vasquez echoed across the communications channel, her voice unwavering. She was the leader of the Relic fleet, a hardened veteran of countless battles. "But you underestimated the heart of humanity. Our ships may be old, but the will to fight has never aged." The Resilience fired again, this time hitting a Tikarn flagship directly, obliterating its forward shields and tearing through its hull. The alien ship erupted in a flash of fire and debris. For a moment, the Tikarn were stunned. How could these relics, these outdated ships, be inflicting such damage? Then came the second shock. A second ship, USS Valiant, a smaller but heavily armed vessel, unleashed a barrage of plasma torpedoes at a Tikarn destroyer. The aliens were caught off guard once again, their automated countermeasures failing to intercept the incoming projectiles. The Tikarn ship exploded into a cloud of jagged metal, its crewless remains drifting aimlessly in space. "Target their engines," Zalrath barked, his calm demeanor cracking for the first time. The Tikarn fleet retaliated with a full-on assault, but it was clear that something was wrong. Their weapons, more advanced than anything the humans had, were not delivering the killing blows they had expected. As the battle raged on, the Tikarn began to realize the true power of the Relic fleet. These warships, though ancient in design, had been enhanced with cutting-edge technology that the Tikarn had never encountered. The human ships were not just vessels of war. They were survivors designed with the capacity to adapt and evolve, built to endure in the harshest of conditions. And most importantly, the human warships had one thing that Tikarn never could understand: the indomitable will of their crew. Each human aboard these ships had fought, pulled, and sacrificed for the right to live, to fight another day. They had come from a species that had once been on the verge of extinction, but had risen from the ashes stronger than ever. The Tikarn had underestimated them, and now they were paying the price. Zalrath's command ship, the Dominion, was hit next. A volley of missiles from the U.S. of Valor, another ancient but powerful vessel, struck the Tikarn flagship in rapid succession, tearing through its massive shields and causing catastrophic damage to its engines. "This can't be happening." Zalrath screamed in disbelief as his flagship started to drift, helpless. "Retreat? All ships? Retreat." But it was too late. The Relic fleet had turned the tide, and now the Tikarn were the ones on the defensive. The remnants of the once proud Empire's armada scattered in disarray as the human warships pressed on, relentlessly pursuing their prey. Admiral Vasquez stood tall on the bridge of the Resilience, her crew working together in perfect harmony. "We may have been underestimated," she said, her voice calm but filled with pride. "But this is our time. Humanity will never be forgotten." The battle that followed marked a turning point in the history of the galaxy. The Tikarn Empire, once thought invincible, had been defeated by a fleet of relics that no one had taken seriously. The message was clear. Humanity may have been small, may have once been weak, but their resolve and ingenuity made them a force to be reckoned with. And the galaxy would never forget the day the Relic fleet roared to life.